Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. This week we are taking a break from drone videos as I want us to explore the rise and fall of this mall behind us, namely Evergrande Plaza. Then in a while we shall go inside and take a closer look at how business is doing nowadays. You know, stood here, it feels a bit like I have double vision, as we have one Evergrande Plaza here, then right next door we have almost a carbon copy in the next section. Now at the moment I'm actually stood across the road at a place called the Chongqing Plaza, or what was called the Chongqing Plaza, it's now the Chongqing Li Plus. Now, I remember when Evergrande Plaza first opened around 10 years ago, and back in those days it had a lot going for it. I mean, the surrounding area wasn't quite the building site it is at the moment, and also the since renamed Chongqing Plaza would have been opened for a couple of years, so they had a lot less in terms of competition. I remember the first time I went inside, and I have to say it had a very strong upmarket appeal. I mean, the decor was bright and attractive, all of the shop fronts on each floor were rented out, and in terms of location, it was fairly convenient to get here. But 10 years later, as you can see, things haven't quite gone to plan. Now, this unfinished building behind me is phase 3 of the overall Evergrande project, and it was originally meant to be a blend of commercial, office and residential space. But when the developer encountered some financial difficulties, let's say, it was eventually seized in 2021, and after that it's undergone a number of judicial auctions. Okay, so I'm just going to cut through the station here and I'll see you on the other side. Here we go then, we've just about made it. It's an extra 100 or 200 meters to get in the mall there, which isn't the end of the world. You can also drive here, they have an underground car park. They have a bus and taxi rank here. Now, my understanding about phase 3 is that it was a buy and rent back scheme, meaning that investors bought units at the pre-sale stage, and the idea is they would rent those back to the developer at a profit, and then X number of years down the line, they would be able to sell them on at a premium. This is kind of a nice picture frame shot. Okay then, this is the part we've been waiting for. It's coming up to lunchtime on Tuesday, so it's not going to be as busy as it potentially could be at the weekends. So if you go to some of the more successful malls at the moment in Chongqing, it's very rare that you find fruit stalls outside. Also, when you approach the main entrance, you normally find some international upmarket brands, such as Starbucks. But here on either side, we have some convenience stores. So the plan is I'm going to walk inside and explore each of the floors all the way up to the top and share my impressions as we go along. Let's go inside. Today, on the ground floor, there are some people walking around. I think these are people who just work in the adjacent office buildings. Hello? Okay, those ladies were very cute. But as things stand, I wouldn't say there are enough people to keep this place going on a profitable basis. There were also some prime storefronts that are boarded up. There was one there. Up on the second floor, we can see that things don't look great. I mean, they haven't bothered to turn on the escalator, and it's pretty dark as well. They haven't turned on all the lights. And also here on the ground floor, something that's caught my interest is that we have a very random mix of shop fronts. And that's interesting because normally at a mall that's performing well, the management are very specific about the kind of stores you can find on each floor. But if you look at this signboard here, there's not really that much detail. Let's keep going this way. We've got a whole area here that's boarded off. Here are some more examples of the storefronts we can find here. So we have a nice looking hairdressers. What else can we find down here? Often when this happens, they might have some signage on the outside saying that it's undergoing an upgrade or something. But basically, in a place like this, that's a euphemism for saying they can't rent it out. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with the places we find here, but my main point is that considering they are all on the same floor, it's kind of a random blend. Outside, it looks as if there's some kind of commercial street, but there's just nothing going on out there. So my plan then is to go up to the second floor and see what the situation is like up there. Again, they haven't turned on the escalators. Now, this floor looks in a real sorry state. If I come here into the middle, I'll do a 360, and as far as I can see, there's not one place that is open at the moment. Let's take a walk in this direction and see if we can find anything. But there's not one place open at all. I haven't been here for at least 5 or 6 years, but it's completely different from what I remember. At that time, most of these stores were still open and there were more people around. This place is still open and it's like one of those wedding photographers. I just poke my camera inside, but it looks pretty nice. Over here, we have another kids' play area. And I guess in here, this used to be a place where children would come and take part in activities. I'm sure they won't mind me just coming inside and seeing what there is. So it looks like we have a little classroom or activities room here. What else do we have? If we go around the corner. Okay, so this is like a room for holding competitions, but it's kind of in a mess at the moment. And same here as well. Yeah, just all completely abandoned, and they've basically left all of the equipment in here. Okay, it feels a bit like I've lost my bearings here. There were some places on the second floor that I used to enjoy visiting, and one of them was the Steinway piano store. And it used to have some beautiful pianos in there, some really expensive, some more affordable as well. And even the Chinese pianist, Li Yundi, when he was in town, used to come here to practice. Well, they've turned on this escalator, and up on the third floor, they've got this one restaurant that is still going, and it looks fairly busy at the moment. And then outside, we have a little terrace. So perhaps we can go outside and take a look. You used to find some nice coffee shops here, and they had some tables and chairs set out and you could come and relax for a little while. There are more floors and areas we could go and explore, but I think we've already got the basic idea of how things are. It's a shame that things have ended up this way, because on the surface, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, the location is okay. We have a lot of residential and office space around us. But I guess with a lot of new competitors around, like the Chongqing Mall opposite, I guess this place has just fallen behind. The cinema is this way, but I've got a feeling that not much is going on here either. Well, to my surprise, the cinema is still running, but at the same time, I don't think anybody is here to watch a film. It's mostly local workers here to relax on their lunch hour. Okay then, well, at least we had one couple who was going inside to watch a film, but I think there's a strong possibility they'll have the whole theatre to themselves. Okay, there was one final place I want us to go and look at, and that is the underground car park, because that is also an indicator of how well a mall is performing. And there we go. This is what I was talking about. So normally at the mall, the car park is very bright, but again, maybe for energy saving, it's pretty dark in here. Also, you can see that the wall and floor surfaces are getting a bit rough around the edges. There's a lot of peeling, and I guess the car parking spaces and roads would do with a bit of a clean. So I don't know if you've been here in the past. If you have, or know more about the situation here, then do leave your comments down below. And also, if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see, like in the drone videos, do let me know as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again for another vlog or drone video one day real soon. Catch you later.